Guys, one last thing for this night. We're going to do a little episode based on, well, as all you college and educators go, many of you experience this thing all the time, or you don't experience it much, but it still happens, right? It still happens to all of us at some point in our lives, and that is stress. Now, just wanted to talk about this in a perspective that you can feel and maybe you will relate to, but stress is real. For example, we have, as of this moment, I have a exam this weekend. Pretty stressful exam, math exam. Ugh, nasty, let me tell you. So many concepts to memorize, and not speaking of which, I have to do a business case analysis that, well, is kind of extensive in the analysis of just not only the business prospects itself and the ways it can go, but also just in the writing process. A grammar exam in that class as well. We have had math homework every day. We've had, oh my goodness gracious, it is everywhere. Oh, the only class I would say that is pretty nice is Spanish. Not very much homework there, but still having to do an essay pretty soon. And then that was just this week. Last week was even worse. There was an assignment that I had not read upon, which, by the way, a lot of stress is self-inflicted. So if you can just get ahead and know what you're going to need to do, then maybe a lot of stress can be mitigated or withdrawn from the future moment or thing that can happen. But basically, I just want to say that it is real. Now, that is stress from education, and I just knocked my desk, which made it go wonker. But we're also talking stress in friend groups and things like that. Now, all of you have probably experienced this as well, is that unless you're like staying at home and playing video games all the time and don't hang out with people, which was me at a moment. Oh, whoa, whoa! I don't know if that deserved confetti, but it happened. But when you get into those friend groups, a lot of drama can happen and stuff can just go haywire. And it's kind of like hanging by a thread, and that can cause a lot of stress as well. Now, I won't get into the nitty gritty details because it's kind of, on a need to know basis. What does that even mean sometimes? But, anyways, it's for me to know and do to find out. But you can kind of relate if you can think about that, like, all the stress related things from friend groups, love triangles or things like that, and then education, and trying to stuff it all into one thing kind of makes life kind of stressful. And finding those moments to kind of take it down a notch and to kind of just live life. Some of the things, for example, that I like to do is, one, I like to plan ahead. Now, I am a planner. Some of you guys are not, and that is okay. Sometimes you just need to take life one day at a time. I like to take it 1 week at a time, more like it sometimes. For example, I like to take weekends. Instead of relaxing all the time, I like to take weekends and basically, what's the word? Like, not like filter it out, but basically segment it. Yeah, segment it into categories of, or intervals of time in where I'm, okay, this is free time. I have 2 hours of free time to do whatever I want, hang out with friends and things like that. And, if friends wants to hang out, then I will coordinate that time for that category interval. But then I will take those intervals and I'll split them. So I'll do one homework assignment, interval of fun, one homework assignment, interval of fun, and by the time the weekend is actually over, I've done like 4 to 5 homework assignments, and the whole week I can spend doing activities that friends and stuff have come up with, or just being able to take time to myself, watch movies, play video games and things like that, for example, Minecraft or something. But like, it's just taking time, right? Another thing I like to do is I live nearby a bike trail. Go on runs and things like that is kind of nice, just take out into the wilderness, kind of experiment those things and just feel a little bit more part of nature. Sometimes that helps. Now, that's just me. I also work in the field where we have to teach what's called coping skills to people, and those are kind of nice. Taking deep breaths, meditating, listening to music. Listening to music, by the way, is actually a really good one. Singing your heart out in the car or something, that just gets you a good one. But those kind of things can kind of help us mitigate that stress or reduce it. And then sometimes it doesn't work, right? Sometimes we are overloaded, and that's when it is, well, actually the first step should go reach out to help if you're getting really stressed out. Friends, family, counselors, advisors, reaching out. Stress can also be parts of, feeling upset and sad and stuff like that. So it's important to get help as well. Not like, oh, do these things first and then get help. No, get help any part of the process. Now, I'm not advising anything like, I'm not expert or anything. I'm just saying these are my personal experience, and I like to do things kind of individually sometimes, which can be kind of good and can be kind of bad. I'm an independent person, and so yeah. Anyways, I've done a lot of talking, and I just wanted to say those kind of things. Stress is a big deal, and being able to mitigate it, reduce it, and to find ways to alleviate it are good mechanisms to helping us live a good life and to be able to handle things like college and a full-time job. So, just saying, have a good night, and I'll see you later. CCC out.